Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven, right here on the show this afternoon from my side. It's going to be a very interesting time. I want you to please just pick up your phone, guys, and try to share this update as I do my own sharing here, guys. So try to share your updates. Please just try to share your audience, guys. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can share. Yeah, just come in, please just share your update. There is a breaking news this morning. It's a breaking news this morning. The Nigerian system, had actually messed up again. They've messed up again. They've messed up again, and we all are here to actually do the right thing, guys. There's a breaking news, as you can see there. There's a breaking news, as you can see in that place right there now. Please just share to your friends, share to your walls. Let's have this talk. Okay. Guys, just share the video. Give us some thumbs up if you are watching us from YouTube. Give us some likes and give us some thumbs up here right now, guys. So we need to get something going. Okay, guys. It's a very terrible situation right now in Nigeria. I think Nigeria is becoming a failed state based on the information that just reached me, right away a few minutes ago, and I got a very, precarious information about what just happened in Imo State. Like I said, I'm all rounder. I'm a news guy who go around and say it the way it is. I don't pretend about anything that I do or say. Please, guys, as you're coming in, just share this video, to your timeline. Let's discuss something very important today. I was supposed to be out by 7 o'clock this evening, but when I got this news, I couldn't just wait till then, guys. I just have to come out here and relay this very particular news to you guys. It's a breaking news right now. It's a breaking news right now, and this is the breaking news, guys. This is the breaking news. Police in Imo killed an unknown gunman who was discovered to be a DSS official. From the information reaching me right now, there was a gun duel yesterday. There was a gun duel yesterday between the police in Imo State and the unknown gunmen. Okay, we have been trying to unravel who are actually the guys that have been creating this havoc in the southeast for quite some time. Like I've said, in many of my videos I've called out uh, uh, I've called out the IPOBs and the ESN to actually do the needful to unravel who are behind the incessant killings that have been going on in the East, particularly in Imo and Anambra, for quite some time now. And that has been going on, and the IPOB members and the ESN has been continuously uh, not accepting, taking responsibilities for all that be happening in Imo State. Okay, guys, and so we'll be worried. What is actually the cause? A few days ago, I showed you of Joey Bokwe's house that was set on fire. We all know the prison break that happens in Imo, concurrently, simultaneously for some months. We know the destruction of the INEC office in Anambra, and we know the killing of Dr. Chike. Uh, Akunyele, the husband to late Professor Mrs. Dora Akunyele, the former NDLA boss. We also know of the attack on that businessman who was also murdered, who was going for the Christmas time last year. I also showed that on my show. And we also know of the recent attack on the House of Rep member, who actually defected to APC in Anambra, but his driver was the one that was killed instead of him. We also know of series of attacks that have been going on of Chioma, who was shot, dead by a stray bullet from the unknown gunman. We also know of this, trailer load of ammunitions, that was being taken to somewhere, and the trailer actually, missed his steps and had an accident by falling down, and we saw, large chunk of ammunitions that was actually loaded in the full, a tipper. Now, all this has been a mystery, and we have not been able to put our hands on what was actually happening in the East. And some of us were a little bit worried, trying to pet the ESN, as the main guys who are actually creating mayhem in their states. And we're saying, you can't do this. By you doing this, you are not going to get the desired country that you actually wanted, and we said a lot of things. We did a lot of videos trying to educate the ASN, and they always come out to say we are not involved. We have no idea of what is happening. We have never had that intention. We just wanted a referendum and all that and that. And we also know of the sit-at-home order that was actually given by the ESN, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, how the sit-at-home was actually lifted, but some people have continuously, make sure that this sit-at-home order is not lifted. We also know of the killing of the civil service corps, by some unknown gunmen, calling themselves some funny names. And with this very particular incident that just took place today, that have shown that the ESN actually had more than just one group of people who are actually perpetrating this evil. Don't forget, yesterday when Senator Abaribe was being interviewed by China Television Sheung, and he said there are over 30 different separatist groups in the Southeast. Not just the IPOB or the Masob alone, there are over 30 different separatist groups, in the Southeast. And I'm very sure, based on the corruption of the Nigerian state, some of these people can even be sponsored to act as a secessionist group in order to create advoc and hijack the process and turn it into a war zone, just like what we saw happen during the NSAS protests all over the federation, when the federal government actually had to, inflate the what's it called, the protest, and the people were hired, paid a lot of money to come in and actually hijack the process, turn into violence, and a lot of atrocities actually happened, So these are some of the things that I've been thinking. And then with this news that I got today from Imo State, that this whole idea was actually orchestrated by the government of the day. So I don't know how true this is right now, but I know even the Nigerian military, the Nigerian media, traditional media houses have said the police actually killed an unknown gunman. No, the police actually killed a DSS official by mistake. So that was reported today in the news media. So my question is, how did the police now have an encounter with the DSS? Because we knew that yesterday there was a gun duel between the policemen of the Imo State Police Command and the unknown gunmen. The gun battle actually lasted for quite some time before one of the unknown gunmen was actually shot dead by the police, based on information from high witness. So when the police went there to now uncover the man, they found out that this guy was actually a DSS official. So are we getting this Indian style of governance in Nigeria right now? Are we getting the Sani Abacha style of governance where the government will have to, lead a sponsored counter group to create mayhem on the people, like what was happening in the Southwest during the Nedeco time of June 12 cancellation and all that and that? Is that what we have to do? Is that what the country is going into again as at this point in time? Is that what is becoming right now? How a squad was created by Major Mustafa, who were the killer squad of the government of then. I wouldn't have snipers who now carry out some very drastic actions for the government. Okay, guys, this is a question we need to ask right now. Let's try to take off this sentiment over the Igbos, over the Igbos being the IPOB being bad. Yes, no, let's not work. No, let's not to be very very constructive in our dealings. Yeah, like I said, I might not like the approach, but right now the news that is moving is the DSS guy was the one that was shot by the police. This ought to be a thorough investigation. This is not good for the image of the Nigerian people. You can't kill the Southeast in order to create confusion in their region, all in a bid to tag the IPOB as a terror organization. This is not acceptable to people like me who believe in justice, fairness, and equity. What is good for one ought to be good for the other. It doesn't really matter if their approach is not okay. This unknown gunman that was killed yesterday by the Nigerian police, based on eyewitnesses, that unknown gunman is a DSS official. Are we now saying that the DSS have been the one that be perpetrating evil in the Southeast? Are we now saying the entire war that has engulfed the Southeast is a plan by the federal government of Nigeria? We need to know. We need to find out. I think better or proper autopsy needs to start being happening to people that have been killed by these people. Now the media houses, because of this gagging that the media that Lai Mohammed and his team have put, the media house in Nigeria, they can't really tell the truth anymore. This action is a saboteur to the government of Nigeria, led by the president, because he's the commander in chief. If a DSS official is not a member of the no government that was shot down by the police, then we need to start asking questions. What is the rationale behind the federal government creating, a chaos in one region of the country? Do you know how many Igbo people have died from the hands of this unknown gunmen? They break prisons. They burn policemen and soldiers alive. They destroyed a lot of things. My question is this: the guy that we caught that started confessing that they are member of ESN, are they actually planted? Is there any script that was being played on these people that we are going to catch you? You're going to say you are this, you are this, you are that. We all need to come out and make a very clear understanding. If the government of Nigeria is actually involved in this, it is not good for the image of the country. It is under the UN and the ECOWAS and the AU law for any part of the nation to ask for their separate independence. But what I am seeing today is getting me a little bit worried, guys. I was dumbfounded when I saw this news. I was dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded. Now this was the update. So what happened in Imo was a shock to many. A policeman chased an unknown gunman in Imo State. After exchanging gunfire with the unknown gunman, the policeman succeeded in killing the unknown gunman. What surprised everyone was that it was later discovered that this unknown gunman killed by this policeman is Nigerian DSS. Imo is in shock. Nigerian media, instead of reporting accurately, they changed it that police mistakenly killed Nigerian DSS. My question is this: how did the police shot at a DSS official? Was the DSS official also chasing the unknown gunman at the same time that the policeman was chasing the unknown gunman? What transpired? What was the DSS official doing in the scene of crime at that point in time? How did the DSS manage to get into that vicinity at that point in time? What was it doing in that vicinity at that point in time? What appointment brought in to that vicinity at that point in time? Also, knowing fully well, as a DSS official, is a trained military personnel who understand the ethics of the job. When there is a gun duel between two people, when there is a gun duel between two people or two groups, what you do as a trained official is to lie low. How does he not manage that he now received a bullet, that he was killed mistakenly? That the unknown gunmen and Nigerian DSS. This is very sad. Nigeria has turned to something else. Nobody is safe here anymore. If this is true, guys, we are in a deep shit. If this is true, guys, we are in a very deep shit. I can promise you that, guys. We're going to be in a very, very deep shit. That's my question, Victor. That's my question right now. Is the DSS of? That's my question. This is my question. How did they manage to get to them? Were they shooting at each other or what? We must begin to tell ourselves the truth right now. I may not like the ways of the IPOB guys. I may not like the way the DSM was set up, but the truth must be said at every given point in time. When there are questions we need to ask, we need to start asking questions. What was the DSS doing there? Because you cannot shoot somebody except you are on the opposite direction. So what was it doing in that place as at that point in time? What was the job he was doing there? You must have a job description before you can go out as a DSS official. That is the Nigerian Secret Service. So if you don't just move out on an operation, the DSS actually go on a sting operations. They go on a sting operations. That's what they do. That's their job. That's what their Secret Service. They go on a sting operations. So that's why you don't know them. They don't have uniform. They wear any kind of clothes, suit, wherever. So they can even, a DSS official can live in your house. You will not even know that you have a security personnel living in the same compound with you. It's just like the American FBI. That's just who they are. So this guy, because of who they are, because of their identity being shaded in secrecy, they can also be used to commit many, many atrocities. We all knew what was happening during the junta cancellation under General Sani Abacha. I actually formed the killer squad that would leave Abuja and go to the west and kill the people and return back to Abuja. In order to actually create, a very, funny uh, uh, condition in the West then, to paint the entire scenario as if the Westerners were actually killing themselves. We're having a deep DSS, Department of State State Security Service. Okay, that's the DSS. So the issue is this: what was this DSS guy doing on the opposite direction that led to him being shot dead by the police? Who was actually chasing an unknown gun man? These are questions that is begging for answer right now, guys. And the worst part of it is, even the Southeast governors are trying to actually share this whole thing in secrecy. Particularly the opposite of the central, the Supreme Court governor, because of his affiliation with some of these people, he's trying to chase everything. Okay, so I think this idea of unknown gunmen, yeah, I know they are ESNs. There's no two ways about that. I know ESN are also committing one or two atrocities. There's no two ways about that. Because among the good ones, they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be bad elements who will just come in just to join to create havoc. Even in Benin and in Edo, some of these vigilantes, they rob with the guns. Okay? It's normal everywhere. In the Nigerian police, they are criminals, they are armed robbers who actually go and rob in the evening. In the police, in the army, in the air force, they are there. They rob people. But what I am trying to say is this. What was the unknown gunman doing? I mean, what was the DSS man doing when the unknown gunmen were in operation? What were they doing in that place? And how did the police know the identity of the person? Guys, let's do a little bit analysis on this incident. Let me try to play a scenario. I'm not going to stay long here today because I have a very long show to later in the evening. So I'm not going to stay long today. Maybe in the next 15 minutes I'm going to be off. Let's try to play a scenario. The scenario is this: the policeman, a very gallant policeman, was chasing some guys, and they were exchange of gun. For quite some time. And while that exchange of gun was ongoing, the policeman was able to knock down one of these people who were actually he was having dual battle, gun battle with. Now, when you kill an opponent, particularly when the police does, even when the criminal does, if the police runs away, the criminal will have to walk to that very particular corpse to make sure he's not alive, to end him there. And the police will have to walk to that very particular corpse to see if he's alive so that they can be able to survive him, to question him, to get more information about the secrecy behind the unknown gunmen. This is how it works in every operation. Okay, I am sure that when this guy was shot dead, that this guy, the policeman, actually ran to that corpse, who was lying now a little bit lifeless. And this unknown gunmen were always coming up with mask, which is also the identity of the DSS. That's the identity. They cover their face that you don't know who they are. Particularly when they're in operation. So that when they're off operation, you don't even know, they don't cover their face, you cannot be able to detect who they are. The DSS is just like Labaja, this musician, whose identity is still held in secrecy all these years. Labaja might pass you on the road today, you don't even know it's Labaja that is there. That's how the DSS are. That's what they are called, secret police. Their identity is never revealed to anyone, except the people that they're actually working together with. Okay, when I go into an operation, they are always masked. So that's why when they commit crime, you can't be able to identify who does it. Just like the way not the same thing that you can have, in terms of wherever it is. Okay, guys. So the unknown gunman, the guy went to him and unmasked him. I think this is the scenario that took place there. When he was unmasked, he now looked at his face. Then he had to open to see if he can get anything as an identity. That was where the policeman found maybe a DSS card on him. That man shows his identity. Okay, that's how they knew he was a DSS staff or official, because he don't wear clothes. They have no uniform, not like the Nigerian police or the soldier or the Navy or the Air Force. The secret police have no uniform. They are always on mufti. So the policeman who shot him dead went across to him, unmasked him, tried to check his identity. That is why they knew that the guy that they shot dead was a DSS official who parades around as the unknown gunman. Do not forget, guys, it was the police that called them on the unknown gunmen. They never called them the IPOB members or the ESN from the beginning. They were always saying the unknown gunman has an affiliation with the IPOB because of the creation of the ESN, which was a legal creation anyways. Okay, so that's how every death is now being linked to IPOB. And the IPOB people also, we are not saying it is the Fulanis that are doing it. That's where we're also getting it wrong. The Fulanis that are doing it. So because they not say it was the Fulanis that are doing it, and most of the people who this unknown government have attacked, these people will hear this unknown government speaking the Igbo language, which is actually spoken by many, many tribes. The Abo people, the Eka, the Banke, the main Igbo people, there are some, the Kori people in Rivers, and some part of Delta, some part of Benue, they speak this Igbo. Okay, guys? So we do not actually know which of them speaks it. They said, oh, yeah, these are ESN boys, because the people that actually attacked us are of the Igbo extractions. That's how the ESN was framed up. Like I said, there are many of them also commit atrocity with that ESN cover. Anyways, there's a criminal element among them. That you cannot take away right now, based on what I just saw today. So now, the people that were committing the havoc were not even from the north. This is what I've been saying all along, guys. The people that commit havoc in the south are not from the north. Few of them actually from the north. Many of them are actually Satanás who are conniving with the caliphates and the legacy in the north, all for the gain that they are getting from them. I've said this on many, many occasions, guys. So what you saw or what you just heard today is a clear distinction of the issues that we are facing as a people. Now, let me come to the Igbo people very clearly. You know, when some of us from the other part of the South have been saying to you guys, your strategy isn't working. You guys thought we hated you. You thought we were not ready to support your agitation for self-determination. Now, you understand right now that your strategy gave room, like I said yesterday in one of my in my broadcast. No, your strategy gave room for a vacuum, and the vacuum is now being filled by the unknown government, who the government saw when you couldn't do the right thing to protect your people 100%. They took advantage of that loophole that you've created to commit great havoc on your people. You have to tarnish both locally and internationally. What transpired now is what many of us have been trying to explain to you guys. That you need to change your tactics if actually you want to get the sympathy of the generality of the Nigerian people. Thank God for that policeman who took so much delight in trying to find out the identity of the man that they have shot dead. You will also understand, like I said before, many of the people that they have arrested as ESN members, also known as the unknown gunmen, are always engaged the concept or the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu when they are arrested. I don't know if you are listening to, so like I said, I don't like Nnamdi Kanu. Don't quote me wrong. I don't like IPOB approach. That's the truth. I don't like ESN because it's an illegal organization, which I fought tirelessly for them to actually legalize it, but they didn't listen. Anyways, good afternoon, Pamonde. You know, what I'm saying is this. Anytime they catch any of these guys, I'll be sitting there and say, are these people so uncoordinated that if he catch you, you start singing like a bird? When they catch you, it feels like you sing for today to tomorrow. The Nigerian of today will never give you pardon. You're going to rot in jail or even be extrajudicially executed. Whether you tell them the truth or you tell them lies. But I see this, but the moment they are being caught, they will begin to castigate. They will begin to destroy the fabrics of what they have sworn an oath to. I begin to ask myself, are these the kind of people that want to fight for their independence? Because the truth is this, during secessionist period, there's a lot of secrecies that can never be revealed to the outside world. Like the Amazonia of the Cameroon today. There are a lot of secrets that can never be revealed to the outside world, guys. Even when they are caught, they are ready to die, because the moment you decide to take up arms against the state, it means you just signed your death warrant. That's what it is. That is what it is, guys. The very day you decide to take up arms against your state, illegal arms against your state, you just signed your death warrant. There's no two ways about it. So when you are caught with an AK-47 or an AK-49, the police have no other option than to shoot. And if you are killed, if you are caught or arrested, you go to jail. Even if you try to destroy what you've actually worked for. Like we all know, the ESN actually takes a lot of oaths before they go to the operation, before they join the Eastern Security Network. They go to take an operation. Now, let me tell you how the DSS actually works. A little bit. Like I said, the DSS, they are secret services. So they are actually unknown men with gun. I would say the DSS are official unknown gunmen with gun. The DSS are legally unknown gunmen, unknown men with gun, because you cannot actually identify who they are outside the operational period. Now, I'm going to tell you a story here. When I came here in 2005, I had a friend. Yeah, the guy was so rich. In 2005, then we have this Murano just came out. The guy bought a Murano. He bought one Ferrari, one other car at the same time. And, this place is like a socialist country where they know if you're actually not a business, you're not within the political circle that has this monopoly of owning a series of businesses everywhere, you can't be that rich. You can't be that rich. You got it, guys? So this guy, they began to monitor this guy's activities. I'm going to tell you how the DSS works. Now, this guy was into drugs, real-time drug baron. He was a Nigerian. Was a time drug baron. We never even knew. Okay. What did they do? They planted a lady, a secret police, on him. The lady went to the bar. The guy was there. One thing led to the other. We don't know how they were able to connect. They became boyfriend and girlfriend. And this whole incident we're talking about, and this whole sting operation lasted for over 8 months. They were dating. Over 8 months, guys. They were dating. The boy was not aware. None of us were aware. The guy was even come then. I was living in one city here called Honige commune. Many people that live in Sweden know what I'm saying now. It's not the Honige, the Honige which Haninga. So that lives around. If you're going towards Vasta Honige side, not the one on Naka side. So she will come to our house. We'll cook, we'll eat, we'll go to the boy's house, she will prepare food for us. This is Swedish food, we'll eat and all that and that. Then the boy not trusted her so much. She was also smoking. She smokes, a cigar and all that. The boy not trusted her so much that the boy wanted to start using her to do his operation. Because all this while she had been suspected, she has not actually gotten something to hold onto the boy. So it was difficult for her to blow off a cover and get the boy arrested without no proper investigation. So the boy sent her the first pack, a small one, very small package, very small one. And that was of Indian hemp. She sold it. We didn't know. That was when she was not confessing now. She sold it. Actually, she took it to the office. They paid her. They gave her money in the office. She brought the money to the friend. Until after she did that someone a few times until the big package came from wherever it came from. So that was when they were busted. Who actually arrested the boy was the girl. Now, why did I give you this story, guys? Do you know many of those guys who work for ESN, they were not actually, they only asked them to go and swear an oath. They were not actually screened. This guy that was just shot dead by the police might actually be an ESN member. But who is there as a saboteur? Maybe be an Igbo man who is there, who was actually employed to give informations about the organization. So when we who try to educate them to understand the secret behind what they are doing, they say, who are these people? What are they talking about? You will see that will be creating more and more problem for them. Get it now, guys? So this guy who was shot there today might not just be ordinary DSS guy. It might actually be a DSS that work with the ESN, who form their own group to terrorize the people known as the unknown gunmen. You get that now? So they get informations from the main source, which is the main ESN source, and they carry out their own activities without the permission of the ESN or their POB. Because their aims, their objective is to commit or to create a very awkward belief in the mind of the people that the ESN is the problem. That the ESN is the one that is creating the havoc in the community. So that they will have to deploy massive military manhunt on these people and wipe them out without the international community speaking or saying anything over the atrocities that will be committed to these people. If you remember before the formation of the ESN, the IPOB was actually gathering a lot of momentum. In the first time before when Nnamdi Kanu was released from prison, you saw even when he was out, both the old, then the young, the educated and not educated, they actually supported that movement. You saw the movement when it's coming like this, like the whole street is filled up. It was becoming more or less like a god. That was where he got the name the supreme leader. People even come and bow to him. Yes, Miss Irene, what I'm just doing, I'm just telling you how the DSS works, you know, how they can even pretend to be your member and actually infiltrate your cycle to get informations. You see, when the moment you see them busting crimes everywhere, like the FBI busting crimes everywhere. Sometimes the FBI can even be acting as a client to you. Like you saw when they caught Hush Puppy, the guy that Hush Puppy was only dealing with was an FBI. After his case had been reported to the to the to the to the Federal Bureau of Intelligence in America, they took over the case and set him up. So unknowing to Hush Puppy, he was dealing directly with an FBI. That's how he was nabbed. You get it now? So that is what we are talking about right now. The same thing with the then Lawrence Anini, the greatest criminal that Nigeria has ever had. The same way. He was actually also lured by a woman who was planted to get every fact about him to the police. So this what is happening to them might not even be different from that very particular scenario that is on ground. You get it now? So what I'm trying to explain here is this. The scenario we just saw is a clear indication that there is something bigger than what they want us to know. And I'm very certain if Nnamdi Kanu really want to get it right, he should retrace his approach right now, having seen what happened yesterday anymore, and change his tactics of operation. That is the only way he can get the support of the international community when the time comes. If you're an IPOB guy, if you're a Biafra agitator, listen to me, guys. Everything I've said since September last year. Thank God, I think maybe it's here. I got one maybe they be following me. Since it's happening right now in the East. I foresaw what is happening now. If you can go back to my videos on Niger Watch YouTube and rewatch some of the videos that I did September, October, November, December, January to this year. It will be very clear to you to understand that I foresaw this. I made them clear that this is going to happen if the right thing wasn't done. And right away, I'm saying it again, guys. You can only get your peace back when you change your strategies. Right now, I heard you guys want to do a 30-day sit at home, 1 month sit at home. I've spoken to some people. Some of them said, "You don't know anything. You Benin people, you are afraid." We are not afraid. What we are afraid of is what is happening now. The great Benins, the Asians, the Edos, and the Afemas, we have been great warriors from the beginning. But what we are afraid of is foreigners coming in, want to, infiltrate our group and cause mayhem on our people. If you do the 30-day sit at home, go hear this, go mark this again. You're going to turn the entire Southeast into a war zone. Many people will be killed in the process because not everyone will want to obey that sit at home. Maybe you guys who are actually the true IPOB members will not want to hurt your people, but the infiltrated IPOB and ESN will do the job for you. You will then always be on the defense side than being on the attacking side. Because the moment they have labeled you a murderer, a terrorist, and all sorts of names, you will not come out to start explaining to attack them. You will start trying to defend yourself to your people. If you guys can believe me, guys, before the formation of the ESN, what's it called? The acceptance of IPOB in the Southeast and even most part of the South was very enormous. His fan base was larger than large. But so since this whole idea of killing came up, people are now using it to rub on them, and that has actually been giving them a very bad reputation and image, which has created a very awkward condition for them now. Every time the ESN or the IPOB releases a statement, they are defending themselves. No more attacking. They are now on the defense side. These were what we were talking about. The leader now, Mazola Dekano, is in prison today, in the DSS prison. And it's now, the catch on him now is now treason and terrorism. This terrorism part of it actually came as a result of the formation of the ESN. So guys, I want to plead with you guys. Change your strategy so that you can make your demands more workable, more attractable, and more funny. Yes, ma. Yes, that's it. When there is what, there's always chaos. Yeah, thank you very much, Miss Irene. That's just what Miss Irene. Thank you, ma. That's the truth of the matter there. That's what the government want to create. A state of war. That they will start killing people. That's what they are created in the East. To not tag the dog with a bad name. That is just what you just saw. We are seeing today. That's it, guys. So that is what is happening right now. So that's why they need to strategize again to avoid this incident happening. Maybe who knows who this unknown government have killed yesterday. Nobody's talking about that now because the people they have killed, the killing of one of them have, uh, covered the atrocity they committed yesterday in Imo. So nobody talk about what happened in Imo yesterday anymore now. What we are not talking about is one of these people was identified to be a DSS official. So this is how they be committing atrocities in Imo State and other part of the Southeast. Work on your system again. Work on your tragedy, on your strategies, so that you can be able to redeem your name among your people and win them to your side for the referendum you are calling on to become a reality. Thank you very much, guys. I need to rest because I have a very long day tonight. By 7, we'll be doing question and answer with Human Steven, please. I want you to be there with us later in the evening. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. So we're going to talk on the poultry farming from start to some point. Then I will now entertain questions from everything, politics, economy, wherever it is. So we can talk of it in Edo State, in the east, in the west, any part of Nigeria. We're going to discuss it. It'll be an open, an organic discussion this today by 7 p.m. Please, guys, just note it down. 7 p.m. We're going to be back here again, doing what we know how to do best. Thank you for this very great news. This is breaking news. Police in Imo killed an unknown gunman who was discovered to be a DSS official. Thank you all. God bless you. See you later today. Bye for now.